Hello and good evening to all of you. Thanks for joining on time or before time. And let us start. Today's topic is about our event, our road trip and camping event at Gandikota. Gandikota is in Andhra Pradesh, and it is popularly known as the Grand Canyon of India. And true to its nature, it's a mesmerizing place. I have already shown you one picture from that place in the WhatsApp group. And today I'm here to talk about, not many people understand what is camping in the Indian context. They can understand outside India, some of you might have done, and some of you might have some concerns. And I also want to tell you a little bit about the itinerary, and some people might have questions on whether I can, especially about the washrooms and all that. So I'm here to clear those also. Roughly, it should take about 30 minutes for me to finish what I want to say. After that, we'll have about 15 minutes of QA, and we should be done with that. And this recording, I will share it in the WhatsApp group also. Many of you are here. If you do not have access to the WhatsApp group, anyhow, my number is displayed in my image itself and in my host name as well. You can ping me on WhatsApp and I will send you. All right. The costing details I will share directly in the WhatsApp group. So let us start with this. So what are the dates? So the dates that we are looking for Gandikota road trip and overnight camping is the Ganesha Chaturthi weekend, which is Ganesha Chaturthi is on Friday, and we will be starting on a Saturday morning 6 a.m. This is suitable for people from both from Bangalore and Hyderabad, because Gandikota is somewhere in between in Kadapa district. All right, so we'll start at 6 a.m. on a Saturday, and we'll be back to either Hyderabad or to Bangalore from wherever we started by about 8 p.m. on Sunday. So it is about roughly about 2 days, 1 night and 2 days. Like I said, it is suitable for people in Bangalore and Hyderabad. So people from Bangalore, you will take the Hyderabad highway. Okay, like from Bangalore International Airport, you'll take that road up, and then there are a couple of routes that Google will show you, which will ask you to take a right turn after some place. And the roads are extremely good. A 4-lane highway is one of the beautiful highways that you will find to Hyderabad. And after you take a right, for some time, about 10 to 15% of the time, the road is not so great, but again, it is very great. You will reach a place called Jammalamadugu. And from Jammalamadugu, it's about 15 minutes is Gandikota, right? So we'll all travel in our own cars. And if somebody wants to do a carpooling with a known family, that is fine. And for people coming from Hyderabad, from Bangalore, let me back up. For people from Bangalore, it is about 250 kilometers, 270 kilometers from Bangalore International Airport. For people coming from Hyderabad, it is going to be slightly longer. It is roughly about, I would say, 300 kilometers, 300 to 320 kilometers. But I have done it many times. I have done this camping at least 8 to 9 times with lots of families, and the drive is good. So after Kurnool, you will take a left. Like people coming from north, like Hyderabad, you'll drive south on the Hyderabad-Bangalore highway, and after Kurnool, you'll take a left, which will take you towards Kadapa, and that road is also very good. And maybe the in between about 15 kilometers is not so great road, but otherwise the roads are very good. You'll also come to Jammalamadugu, and from Jammalamadugu, 15 kilometers is Gandikota, where we are camping, right? So why Gandikota? Right? What are the most important attractions? See, one is the kind of gorge that you find there. Gandi means gorge, okay, in Telugu. Kota means fort. So it has both a very deep gorge, about 300 feet. And I have shown you some pictures, mesmerizing pictures. Nobody gets disappointed. Everybody is left awestruck. The main attraction, okay, is the sunset and the sunrise. So what I do is I give the most important focus on this whole trip is to actually spend time with the nature at the gorge, okay, during sunset and during sunrise. And it takes a lot of background effort to make this possible. And one important thing that I always do and tell, which is differentiator, is many people camp outside the fort in Gandikota. Okay, and there is a lot of music. Singles are coming there, and there is other unwanted things there. But what I do is I get permission from the village, and then we go right into the village, cross the village, and about 100 to 150 meters from the gorge, there is a 500-year-old temple, non-worshipping temple. Venugopala temple is there, and we camp inside that. And the beauty of that place is it can take 10, 15 families, not a problem. And it's okay to have less families also. And we have the protection of the villagers. As long as we don't drink, okay, they are fine. And none of the people who come on my family camping, they never think of drinking because kids are there, isn't it? And it is strictly not allowed to drink there because that's the big problem there. Once people drink, we don't know how they behave, isn't it? Now, if there is rain, then the temple itself gives you shelter. So we can just move our tents into the shelter, and there is enough space for even 10 to 15 tents there. So it is not a problem. Then, apart from the sunset and the sunrise, you will find that there is a temple and there is a dargah, both next to each other. Very rare to find these things, and both are massive and culturally and heritage wise very rich. So you'll find a lot of heritage. I will not steal the thunder of the place right here explaining it. But the fort also is so beautiful. So when we are in the gorge, we can actually see the three levels of the fort, right? For kids, it's very important. So today I'm going to bring some road schooling aspect also when we do this camping, because many people have asked, how do you road school your children? Why should we camp? Like why should there be adventure in the life of kids? How does it help? I will take those general questions a little later, but first I'll finish with Gandikota. So we reach there. Apart from that, you have the experience of a village. Okay, Gandikota village is there, and then there is a beautiful small school. Those of you who like to donate something to the school, if you have an old laptop that is not working, you can please bring that along, and if possible, we can donate it to that school because they are also into online schooling now. Then there is a beautiful windmill. Then from the geology perspective also, kids learn a lot. See, this place has all sedimentary rocks, right? And sedimentary rocks are actually formed below the sea. So the question arises, how did sedimentary rocks come up till this point? So these kind of questions, I won't say that I'm going to answer that, okay, to the question, but to the children. But when we just throw those questions, a lot of things actually, inquisitiveness, curiosity, everything builds up. And then the most important point of educating children during these things is to build their curiosity, not to give the answers. Because the moment you give some answer, then the kid thinks that I know something and they feel that they are the center of the universe. But if you take to such places and leave them in awe of such magnanimity of the universe, then they automatically realize that I'm nothing in front of this universe. And that is real education, right? So we will give, there will be plenty of, opportunities for that. And since I will be there with you, I'll be bringing out all those subtleties also. While I have given a lot of lectures on how to do road schooling, how to do unschooling, Jivana Sikshana, and all that, I find this as a practical demonstration of how to actually help kids. And a lot of one-on-one conversations also happen with adults also. Apart from this, we can also do what is called as recreational climbing. Okay, rock climbing, when I say, everybody thinks that, oh, we are going to, we need gear, we need that, we need this, safety problem will be there and all that. No, it's not like that. Okay, the rocks in Gandikota are big, but they're very good. The grips are very nice. Okay, so usually what I do is, along with the villager or one of my climbing friends who travels from Hyderabad, he's well trained. So along with them, I actually take people to the gorge, and that rock climbing is very nice. Anybody can do. Even a 70-year-old also can do. Even a 6-year-old also can do. The only thing is the amount of support that we give to these people will be slightly different. Anybody can come to the gorge, and that is the most important place where you sit in the gorge, watch the sunset, and if you are waking up early in the morning by 5, 6 a.m., approximately around 6 a.m. is when the sun will rise. Either you can sit on the top of the temple and watch the sunrise. Those of you who don't want to go, you have a kid, okay, and then the kid is not waking up. It's okay, no problem. You can sit in the temple itself and watch the sunrise. But sunset, it is good to go there. Now, having spoken about the place itself, then let us go to the details of how we are going to, reach there. Okay, one is I already told you about the directions of how to reach there. Leave at around 6 a.m. Have, let's say, breakfast outside on the way, and then lunch also by around 1 or 2 p.m. we can have outside, and we'll reach Gandikota by around 3 p.m. Okay, and 3 p.m. in 3 or 3 between 3 and 4, and that's when the sun has the scorchiness of the sun has gone down and it's not very hot, so it's getting pleasant and pleasant. We should also understand that Gandikota is a place where public also will come and see. It's not that only we will be there, but all the public will go away after 5:30 or 6 p.m. Okay, they cannot be there, and we have special permission to actually be camp inside the temple, and we do that with the proper permission and with the acceptance of the villagers. Why? Because we are families, right? And with families, they think that we will be behaving very responsibly and there will be no problem. And they are very good friends also. If possible, you can say hi to some of them as well. And there are 7 to 8 places inside the fort. Like you can see, all the ponds are interconnected. Okay, marvel of an engineering. Then there is another temple. I just forget the name of the temple. The tower, the Gopra, okay, is at least about 7 stories high. Okay, and then you can go and see the marvel of an engineering. There is one single stone which goes for about 30-40 feet, right? And then they have used metal interlocking. So one place where it is broken, we can just go see that they have used metal to interlock those things. There is no cement used. And then when you see the top of the tower, they've used bricks, and the bottom side they've used hard stones, right? You can go look at a natural kitchen, like how they used to have ventilation, okay, all that. And then you can go see how a wedding used to take place. And then you can go see where the dance used to take place. That is in the, whatever you call that, Raja would sit, and then he'll have all his ministers, and then some cultural programs will happen. All those things are still intact. Okay, we can see that. So between 4 and 5, let's say that we finish this. And of course, the entry to the fort is a beautiful thing. And our friend there, my friend there, who's a villager, he'll explain about how wars used to happen, why the door is like this. There is a hole on top, okay, right at the door of the fort. And they would put hot oil from there if, what do you say, if somebody is invading them. Very nice things, okay. So we can learn all those things. So about, let's say, about 5:30 in the evening on Saturday, and we will have a tea and maybe some snack that is provided by the villagers, and then we'll head straight to the gorge, from where we will watch the beautiful sunset. And after watching the gorge, by that time our cars will be outside the fort. Okay, we are not allowed inside the fort till that time, because there may be rush, and our parking spot will still not be very clear. But once people go out, the place is ours. So we bring the car and we park about 100 meters away from our camping spot, which is the temple, right? So that we don't have to go outside the fort for every small thing. Everything, that is your pillows, whatever you get, your snacks, everything will be there. Okay, so your car will be about 100 meters away from the camping spot. And there is a washroom also near our parking lot. So what we usually do is, again, this washroom is accessible to public. So once they use it, it might have got soiled. So what we do is the villagers clean it for us after they all leave, and then they lock it, and they give the key to me, so that in the night or on the next day morning, that Sunday morning, it is clean and available for us. There is light and there is enough water. Those of you who say that no, I still want a better hygiene, there is a Harita resort is available. That is about 5 minutes drive from our camping spot. So you can actually go to the Harita hotel, pay them from $50. They will allow you to use one of their washrooms. So that is also available. So washrooms are one of the things that people hesitate a little bit, especially the ladies, they hesitate a little bit. So here that problem is solved. All right. So we'll come back to the evening. So we finished looking at the gorge, and then we brought the cars, parked it near the place, and took our bags, and we are inside the temple now. Water will be arranged there, and there's a campfire also that will be arranged. Okay, so we can warm up ourselves or just enjoy around the campfire. In the meantime, we will all pitch our own tents. I will teach you how to pitch a tent and how to actually maintain a tent as well. And then I will be giving a packing list in the WhatsApp group about what all you have to bring. Maybe a yoga mat, for putting it inside the tent, and you'll be sleeping on the yoga mat. Otherwise, you can bring a razai or something, quilt or something like that, whatever you are comfortable with. Then you can bring an air pillow or just a pillow and one blanket. Okay, this much you have to bring, because these are personal things, and it is not good to rent it or you use it, somebody else's. It is not good to use it from the hygiene point of view. And so we will get the best thing about this village is, my contact person, his wife cooks the dinner. Okay, it will be fresh. We will have rice, we will have sambar, pappu, one vegetable, usually aloo curry, papad, we will have curd and pickle, and all the plates, everything will be arranged by them only. We'll have sufficient drinking water also. And then after that, in the night, we can just, there are some places inside the temple, outside the temple, where we can just sit and chat. And let's say by 10 o'clock like that, we'll all sleep. Next day morning, 5:30, automatically people will start waking up, and tea will be ready by around 6:15. Okay. So along with that, we can have a chai. Breakfast will take some more time, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we'll again see the sunrise. And after seeing the sunrise, and the kids, obviously, whoever are awake, will want to do a little bit of rock climbing. So I will take them for some rock climbing. And then by the time we come back, the breakfast will be ready. Usually it will be idli vada or pongal or something like that. He will tell us the previous night, and then we can choose whatever we want. And then we will do that. And then we will all pack up by around, let's say by around 9 o'clock, 9:30 like that. And on the way back, people who are going to Hyderabad, there is a place called Yaganti, or there's a place called Belam Caves. Usually one of them, you will be able to do that. You can do that and go back to Hyderabad by 8 p.m. People coming back to Bangalore, there is a place called Lepakshi, right? Beautiful temple with a beautiful architecture. So you can visit Lepakshi or something else that you would like to do, and then you can come back to to Bangalore. And in between, while we are in Gandikota, if we have time, there is a road that goes up till the windmill. Okay, and the windmill looks really nice. Many people have not seen a windmill from near. So you can do that also. So I hope that gives some kind of an idea of what to expect in the camping. So the inclusions from my side are, your tent is taken care of. Okay, of course, you will get the pillow, the blanket, and the yoga mat for sleeping on that. And then or the evening snack, night dinner, and next day morning breakfast is included. And water, of course, is included there. Rest all, whatever is there for eating, that is taken care of. I will give you a list for you to also bring, because sometimes the dinner, which is at 8 o'clock, may become 8:30. What is 8:30 may become 9. So if your kid is a little bit, not okay with these uncertainties, you can get a little bit of snacks, and then, at least take care of the hunger pangs at that time until the food comes. All those things I'll do. Now, the question is, what is, like for the kids, many people have a doubt. Can I come with kids? Do you think they will adjust? See, it's very important that we give a platform for the kids to explore themselves. That's how I would put it. Because I started camping for my kids when they were 6 years old, right? Around, I think, 5.5 to 6 years old. And the kind of results that I have seen in them is very, very astonishing, right? See, we might think that, we will have a list as adults that, okay, when we go to camping, my kid should get rid of the fear. Okay, they should be okay with the darkness. If some small bugs are there, mosquitoes are there. These are some of the things that we see in our kids. And we feel that, hey, what is this? When I was young, I never used to be like this, isn't it? But I say that it is beyond all this. Okay, for them, just being in that closed space, okay, being with so many other kids, okay, or just the smell of the place, okay, they will be like wondering, why this, or this rock, why the color is different. See, these are some things that doesn't occur to us as education. Okay, but these are very deep experiential education happening. If we just follow them, and if we just observe what they are doing, this is something that I encourage parents to do while they camp with me, is you observe. If we have a list that during camping, these are the things my kids should overcome, maybe they will overcome, or maybe they will not overcome. But there is some magic that happens to them while camping. We will totally miss that, because we will be always in this list. Arey, ye hua ki nahi, ye hua ki nahi, ye hua ki nahi. But if we keep that list away, and then if we just observe with a neutral mind, what is my kid doing, right? A lot of things about your kid will get unraveled for you. And moment you get those things and spend such time and unravel more and more things about your child, I cannot say what will happen. Okay, I don't know what miracle is going to happen, but miracles will happen. Okay, I'll tell you one example. One girl who came to the camping about a year ago, she was very shy and all those things. But the moment we were walking on a wall, okay, she was the first one to open her hands like this. Okay, and then if to use as balance. Okay, she is the fourth from where I am. I am in the end. She's the first kid. Three more kids are there, and I am in the back. Okay, and I'm observing this. So the moment she did like this, she became the leader for the others. The other kids who were struggling to balance, immediately they put their hands like this. See, this is the moment where I realized that this kid is a leader, right? Otherwise, we have this defined notions that leader must be like this, very talkative, very authoritative, give good answers and all that. No, leaders lead by example. Okay, and this kid did it with so much this one. So I take time to go and then give this feedback if asked for to the parents, because they might see something, I might see something else. So we discuss those things also. Such opportunities also will be there for what do you say, for parents who want this kind of an input, because many times people say, okay, you are doing it, how can we also road school, or how can we also unschool? And I use these opportunities a lot. But of course, before going to the camping, we are not going to tell all these things to the kid. The kid does not know anything. They are just coming for camping. Okay, they are just going to have fun. They don't know that we are noticing, right? Why I say this is, by chance you might have an urge to say, no, you will be watched. Okay, Gangu uncle will give some feedback about you. Then the whole thing is spoiled. Okay, I'm not saying you will do it, but I'm just saying that no need of doing that, right? So this is about, we have discussed food, we have discussed about sleeping. Yes, getting a torch is very important. Okay, hand torch, mobile torch is also fine, but there is also a small head torch which is available in Decathlon for 299. That is very helpful, but it's okay. And water bottles, all those things are important to get. I will provide the water there. I'll have a proper packing list itself for you. And in an open forum like this, usually I don't discuss the pricing or the cost of the whole trip. I will put it out in the WhatsApp group. So I think with this, I have told pretty much whatever I wanted to convey regarding Gandikota. So now, if any questions are there, you can please ask. It can be about anything, it can be even a little bit on the general side. But first, we can talk about this particular trip, and then we can go into a little bit more generalization. Any questions?
Gangu,
yes,
is there any boating or swimming?
See, boating was there, but then it was discontinued, and now it is not there. Okay. Then for swimming, what we have to do is actually we have to go down the gorge, 300 feet we have to go down. And I don't suggest that trek because the boulders are very loose, and inadvertently some or the other person twist their ankle when we do that, even experienced people also. And even if we go reach the water from where we reach the water, there is a straight cliff like this, which is about 10 feet. Only then the water is available, and it is the same throughout. So we can get into the water, but how do we come back? So that is the reason where we are not allowing any swimming or anything. So the answer would be no.
Thanks, Gangu.
All right.
So when you say it's road schooling, it's about experiential learning, is it? What we explore on the way and in that place. Yeah.
Yes, it will be very experiential learning. My request to the parents who are looking at it from a road schooling or any kind of education, quality education perspective, is let us, if there is a tendency to ask some questions, okay, and then get some answers or keep giving answers to what they are, you can take another path also. I'm not saying you should not do that. You can do that as well. But the path that we have taken is, and I'm not saying that is the only right way of doing it. The path we have taken is we wait for the kids to come ask questions, right? And then what happens today is the reality that we have to understand is, I'm not talking about my kids, but generally kids, once we give an answer to their questions, they have this tendency to go to Google because Google has become better than everybody, isn't it? In a sarcastic way also, and in a realistic way also. Sometimes Google is good, sometimes Google is not so good also. They will go and check. Then what happens is, Google obviously has so much more information, but wisdom is not there, isn't it? We have, as parents, we have wisdom, right? So I have stopped working in that knowledge level anymore. Okay, so if I know, let me take a tangible example so you understand. So my kid asked me how many states are there in India. I said I don't know. Google can very easily. I know the answer. Okay, it's not that I don't know. 28 states are there. Okay, I said you go find out in Google. So they went and then went into some YouTube, and in YouTube, some YouTube which is done, video done a few years ago says 25 states. Another YouTube video says 26 states. All these confusions were there. Then they came and asked me, Appa, like this, I'm seeing. What do you think is the right answer? I want to play at that level. Okay, let them do all the hard work of figuring out. They'll also know that Google is not everything. Okay, some wrong information will be in Google also. Then I say that, okay, first we had 25 states. Then after some time, this state got divided into two. This state got divided into two. This state was a state, but now it became union territory. Now we are like this. Then what happens is my value in their eyes also is good. So I am really playing the parental role now. Okay.
Sure.
What our elders used to do. And I not say don't use Google, isn't it? It is a good, it would say, and this happens when it happens in nature. I hope I answered the point that from where you are asking.
Yes, sure. Actually, I have never experienced road schooling, so it would be for the first time if we can join. So that's the reason I asked.
Yes, definitely. There is also a very common thing in India. We've all been taught from our parents, from our grandparents. They'll be like, "Arey, 5-year-old kid, they will not remember anything. Don't take them for travel. Let them grow up." Okay. But Ramya and I, our experience are totally opposite to what they have told us, right? So from the time our kids were 6 months old, our twins, we have been traveling. That means for 10 years we have traveled, and we have seen at each stage what is it they actually go through. Okay, and that experience is unexplainable. Okay, just unexplainable. It makes them such nice, good individuals that in our case, I won't talk about everybody. In our case, as parents, or if we allowed another school, or even the best teachers available anywhere in the world, they cannot inculcate such values in our kids. Or travel has done the magic or wonder for them.
Sure.
All right, I think we'll keep it short and sweet. And maybe one more question, and then we can wind up. Or if there are no questions, we can wind up now. I'll put this recording back in the in the WhatsApp group as well, so that you can share it with your friends, whoever wants to. Yes, this is something that I want to tell upfront, even if nobody is asking. If you are traveling to a camping with your kids' friends, it is very, very good. Okay, I would say one of the highest forms of camping. Why? Because you will not be managing your kid every second. Okay, once the kid is already with a friend whom he or she already knows, it's a different thing that kids will make friends with other unknown kids also very easily. We should not discount that. But what I'm saying is, if there is a kid already whom your kid knows, and they're also coming for camping, it works wonders. There'll be a lot of time and space for you also to enjoy because kids are on their own. All right. So if there are no more questions, I think we will call it a day. It's a Sunday also. I'm glad we are completing it in 35 minutes. Is it okay? Can we end the session now?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. If I'll be here for one more minute. If by chance somebody was not able to unmute and ask it, others can leave now. If somebody has a question, you can still stay, please. I'll just be here for another minute.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Take care.
Gangu, regarding the transport, should we discuss later or?
Yeah, yours is a unique case. We will take it offline.
Okay, sure.
All right. Okay.
Thanks, Gangu.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Take care. Take care. Bye.